Hey, what's going on? It's yours truly, Kevin Key. And today I'm going to ask the question, can you really dodge a bullet? You know, in the past couple of days, I've been hearing this phrase multiple times where people will say to one another, you've dodged a bullet, or you really dodged a bullet. And for some reason, that phrase always struck a certain kind of way. And I would be like, hmm, because it seems pretty impossible to really dodge a bullet. But at the same time, I understood what they meant. The implied meaning is that something potentially dangerous was coming your way and you were able to avoid it. And I think that the reason why it struck me so hard as not really comprehending truly is because I think about what a bullet is. It is a speeding object. And so I started thinking about, let me look up the definition just to add some context. Because what I find is a lot of times we say things, but we really don't know what's behind them. And then we adapt these things and we say them over and over again, but there's ramifications to what you say with a lack of understanding. And so I asked Google, can you dodge a bullet? And it says no. Due to the speed and trajectory of bullets, it's practically impossible for a human to dodge a bullet, even with superhuman reflexes. And once I read that, I realized why I was feeling the way I was about the phrase, you dodged a bullet. Because the intent of what was said was there, but the pain of the reality was there too. And what I mean by that is, if I truly dodged a bullet, why do I feel the way that I feel? If I dodged that bullet, then there should be no pain or no healing or no recourse. But the fact of the matter is, and I just want to go ahead and give y'all this nugget today, you didn't dodge a bullet. My truth ended up being in the realization that no, I didn't dodge a bullet. I got hit by it. But what should have been said was, you got shot, but it wasn't fatal. Because there really is no way of dodging a bullet. It's going to either be one of two things. They missed or you got hit. But you truly cannot dodge a bullet. And so in life, we hear that phrase over and over again. But if we adapt that thought, then what we're actually doing is we're preventing an opportunity to heal. And so once I understood that, no, you couldn't dodge a bullet, it helped me to understand that I actually got hit. It just was not fatal. But even with that, because there is a wound, that means that there's something that I now have to attend to. I have to attend to the wound and I have to do the healing. So I want you all that are kind of struggling with the whole thing of, if I truly dodged a bullet, why do I feel like this? To take the time to start looking inside and say, did you really dodge the bullet? Or was it that they missed? Or was it that you got hit? Because see, a lot of us are walking around with shirts that keep getting bloody and we're wondering, where is this blood coming from? And we're thinking it's something that we rubbed off on, when in actuality, we need to raise the shirt and see that there is a wound there. And one may say, if I did get shot, how was I able to walk for so long without the signs? And I would challenge you to say your adrenaline is pumping. A lot of times when we have a traumatic event, our adrenaline kicks into high gear and we can run a long time appearing to be normal until that adrenaline comes out of our system. And then that's when you feel it. That's when you drop. And so the other side of that is, we've got to take into consideration that even if the person fired at us and missed, them missing still creates a traumatic event. I don't know anybody that been fired at with a gun that was missed that didn't have any residual, you know, trauma from the event. Just the loud bang and the thought that your life was in danger puts you into a response. And those things have to be dealt with. We've got to stop causing, or we've got to stop thinking about events as digital. It happened and then I'm good. There is a lot of transition between the event happened and I'm good that we can't just gloss over. Even after recognizing that there has been a wound from getting hit, there is a healing process. But if you don't acknowledge that you were hit, then you're always going to bypass the crucial healing, and you're going to bleed over everything else, and you're going to react and you're going to respond thinking that you're okay, thinking that you truly dodged the bullet when you didn't. People, I'm encouraging you to start doing the inner work, to start looking inside and saying, where did I get hit? Because if you start doing that work as you react, you'll start to learn why you're reacting. So for example, if I got hit in my leg and I'm limping, then I understand why I'm limping. It's not somebody else's fault why I'm limping. It's the fault of the trauma, the bullet that hit my leg that's causing me to limp. And I've got to recognize that until that wound is fixed, I can't use that limb 100%. There's going to be frustration. There's going to be a range of mobility loss. There's going to be pain. There's going to be all kinds of things. And with that, we've got to be able to take them into consideration so that as I go into scenarios and people are asking me to run with them, I have to recognize, hey, as much as I would love to run with y'all, I've got this wound that I've got to attend to. I can't ignore the fact that I've been shot. And I know that's scary to be able to acknowledge and to reveal to people that you're wounded. And it's a truly vulnerable place to have to say that, hey, I've been wounded, I've been shot, I'm hurt. But it's also a freeing place at the same time because it opens up the door to get the healing and the treatment that you need to get to the place that you can be okay. People, I just want to acknowledge and just encourage you all that I get it. I've been hit by these bullets before, and I've been told multiple times, you dodged a bullet. And in the beginning, hearing that, I was like, oh snap, I dodged a bullet. Cool, I'm good. But there were other signs in my life to the contrary. I was reacting and responding a certain way like a person that had been shot. But I'm trying to walk in a way like a person that had not been shot, like some superhero that's magically dodging bullets that are being shot at them like the Matrix. In the real world, it doesn't work like that. In the real world, when people take shots, they either hit you or they miss. You didn't dodge it. There may be a structure in front of you that took the hit, and sometimes if we break that down, these structures could be family, they could be friends, they could be any other type of, asset to you that took the hit. And in those scenarios, we still have to assess, shots were fired. Where did they hit? Because they hit something. And so the question comes, if the bullet didn't hit me, who did it hit? So we've got to look externally as well, to be able to say, oh snap, shots were fired, I didn't get hit, I'm good. But look around and see if there's some collateral damage. Who's in the firing range? Who's in the line of fire, with you? These shots have impacts. So if you didn't get hit, maybe you need to look to see who did. We've got to start looking at things in a real manner. We can no longer be delusional in thinking that we are superheroes and we have these abilities that extend beyond certain realities. If we want to truly get to a place of healing, we've also got to look at what is being said. You dodged a bullet. Then why do I feel like I got shot? These are some realities, people, that I'm just encouraging you to examine. They're hard truths. They don't feel good. But in it, there's the possibility of true healing. This is yours truly, Kevin Key, and I want to encourage you to do the hard thing. Look around, examine, see where the shots have been taken, look at the hits, look at your friends, and even if it hit something that wasn't important to you, it may have hit something that was important to somebody else.